Good morning, Rebels, and welcome back to my life. Well, after doing Tolkien Tuesday 2 weeks in a row now, I feel completely comfortable committing myself to another weekly scheduled thing. Impulse control? What are you talking about? This one's called Writer Wednesdays, and I wanted to talk about the craft, the art, the science of writing. Today, since this is the beginning of Writer Wednesday, I wanted to talk to you about the beginning of every series, book, short story, or essay. The idea. No book happens without an idea. No story happens without an idea. The idea is usually the first thing you come up with. Especially in genre fiction, the idea is vital. In sci-fi, we can imagine a society where relativistic space travel means that anybody who goes from one world to another is decades out of date by the time they arrive at their destination. Or we imagine a fantasy world where dragons are the predominant race and humans are the slaves. In thrillers, you could have a special operations team up between an ex-Gurkha and a Navy SEAL. In mystery, a man is found with his own hand wrapped around the knife that killed him, but the hand is severed and the knife is in his back. In romance, an unusual situation in Victorian times where a woman is the only legal heir to her father's duchy. Great ideas are all around us, and there are 1,000 variations on them, and to be honest, they're kind of the easy part. They are in fact so easy that if you are a writer and you happen to know other people who are not writers, you are probably assaulted by ideas every time you go to a party. People will come up and say, "Hey, I've always had this great idea for a book." And you listen patiently, tell them it sounds great, and go on with your life, probably sitting in a corner of the room wishing you were back at your computer. Right. Why don't their ideas appeal to you? And why, even when you have a great idea, do you find it sometimes hard to start on your actual novel? The reason is simple. An idea is not a story. An idea usually concerns your setting, or possibly your main character, or an interesting situation that forms the packaging for your story, but it is not your story. There's one thing wrong with all of the ideas that I listed earlier, and all of the ideas people give you at parties. They lack the essential elements of an actual story. Those elements are the protagonist, the antagonist, the protagonist's goal, the obstacles, which usually include the antagonist, and the stakes, which lead you to your ending and tell you whether it's going to be a happy or a sad one. Without those 5 things, at a minimum, you do not have a story. You only have an idea. So if we take those 5 story ideas that I listed earlier and install the actual elements of a story, you have the beginnings of some pretty good books. In a society with relativistic space travel, a man is shanghaied away from his lover's planet and must find a way to return without relativistic spaceflight, or she will grow old and die without him. A human slave meets a dragon sympathizer, and together they plot the overthrow of the dragon emperor Blacktooth, who will kill the humans' entire clan if their plot is discovered. An ex-Gurkha and a Navy SEAL must join forces to stop a bloodthirsty tyrant from rising to power, or he will kill the Navy SEAL's entire team, as well as the Gurkha's daughter, all of whom he captured in his latest raid. Buck Bendig, Ace Private Eye, must solve one last mystery of the backstabbed man with the severed hand in hopes of winning back the wife who left him in disgrace, but the killer may be closer than he thinks. Elizabeth, the girl who inherited her father's duchy, takes on a strapping new stable boy Dante, only to learn that he himself is a disgraced duke stripped of his title, and together they must resist the rapacious lords who wish to encroach on Elizabeth's holdings. The original ideas were springboards, yes, they led us to the story, but they are not the story. And the thing is, those ideas could have been the framework for 1,000 different stories, but without them, they're just ideas. I hope you found that somewhat interesting, Rebels. Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. Bye! Just a quick reminder, Rebels, if you want to contribute to the YouTube channel, you can become a patron at patreon.com, or now you can give a one-time gift through YouTube's new fan funding feature. Just click on that little eye at the top right corner of the video. See you tomorrow. Bye!